What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. So, last episode, we finally did take care of the Grove's issues. We got all that squared away. The old first druid, I guess now, Halsin, decided to join us. He's going to be accompanying us to Moonrise Towers, but we are not done just yet with our opening section. First things first, we do need Lae'Zel back in the party.
Speak.
So, you are going to... Oh, I guess we can check if she shared her bunk with Will. Let's find out about that. You said you were going to share your bunk with Will.
So I did. And he wanted only to talk. You both lack imagination. Eye to eye with bliss, and you choose banality in its stead.
You didn't enjoy the bunk conversation. Come on down.
Space, and my might is yours.
Indeed. So Karlach's going to take a seat for
Well
this one.
chosen.
Bring Lae'Zel out to play. Does have a level up. Interesting to note that she did approve of us saving the tieflings, so she's not completely heartless. She did approve of that action.
How much farther can I go?
We did say we'd talk to Volo while we were back at camp, so let's have a chit chat with our friend here.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much.
I'll work on my first coffee while we
I
chit chat
was
to
just
Volo.
settling in and reviewing my latest findings. Mind Flayers, cultists, and, of course, your esteemed company.
What do you know about Mind Flayers?
Why, I'm practically an expert. They've tentacles, you know. Quite shocking. The
Quite.
druid Halsin had some kind of mind flare specimen in a jar in his quarters. A replica, no doubt, but truly fascinating to see up close.
Definitely wasn't a replica. I fought one of them.
Here, on the Sword Coast. Impossible.
I assure you it's not. Not only have I encountered a Mind Flayer, I killed one.
That can't be.
I've also been infected with one of their parasites.
That's quite impossible. You'd have undergone ceremorphosis by now.
That's what they keep telling me. Thermophosis. Tell me more.
I can't attest to the specifics, but I do know that not long after insertion, the host, that's you, turns into a mind flayer. As there's not a tentacle on your head, I can only assume you haven't been infected.
I assure you I have. If only your disbelief could alter facts.
If what you say were true, you'd be a mind flayer by now. You? Infected by a mind flayer? Ridiculous. Isn't it?
I'm afraid not. Examine me. Find out for yourself.
Perhaps that's for the best. I'd be irresponsible not to debunk such a strange claim.
I want to take the liar off our backs for this. A little uncomfortable.
If I just peer in your eye, I could quickly... Oh, my dear sweet gods!
I want rid of this thing by any means necessary.
If we managed it, we'd have a specimen of incredible rarity on our hands.
Be great for your next book.
I'll need to research the particulars, however. Give me a bit of time, and I'll have this little issue sorted.
Interesting. Volo has decided to remain in our camp. Having such a learned scholar nearby might be useful. And give us a blazer of benevolence. Why not? We're about to face the second toughest fight we've ever encountered, so we'll have to see how it goes. Now, Gianna, she is usually hanging out all the way down at the gate, but since the tieflings are gone, I guess she doesn't need to sit there anymore. Let's get our buffs up first and foremost. Make sure we're prepared to go explore. We have 58 health, which is a pretty good start off for the fight coming up.
The tieflings have moved on. We can restore the harmony of the grove now.
That's good. Unfortunately for us, we have way more of our journey to go. It doesn't end there for us, but at least they got it back, right? We do, of course, have Leviathan's Love. There's a bunch of these little mini buffs you can get for permanent little effects. I still never found out which one I was remembering or misremembering, I suppose. Where you jump into darkness. There's something somewhere where you jump into a canyon and then you get some kind of permanent buff from that. I just don't recall where it was. I will try and remember to look into that after this. So yeah, we're gonna be better off just running it because I was silly and I forgot to pick up the Walkeen's Rest fast travel last time, so I have a little walk to go. Only a hop and a skip. Now this fight can be pretty tough. We're gonna go check out the Githyanki patrol for Lae'Zel. If her people have any assistance they can offer. Don't know much about the Githyanki yet, apart from what we know from Lae'Zel and the fact that they're kind of the sworn enemy of the Mind Flayers. Seems like they'll do whatever it takes to beat that threat. Lae'Zel is convinced that they can cure us, but I suppose we won't know until we know, so... I guess their opening reaction to learning that we're infected will prove in and of itself what they can do for us. If we even tell them straight up, it might be best to kind of hide that fact a little. Figure out what we're gonna do with them when we get there, I guess. Oh, I went the wrong way. Here, let's go to Risen Road. This will be a much faster hop and a skip. I'm so involved in chit-chat and I was just clicking along. Yeah, the gifts certainly are a little unsettling. They don't seem to take much mercy on anything, really. Even Lae'Zel, for as much as she's our companion. When, what was his name? Zoru in the Grove was telling us about how the gift killed his friend. He just thought it was funny. Thought it was amusing that they must have been in a rush because they didn't disembowel them. But they're not one for delicacy. Kind of like a... Everything looks like a nail when the only tool you've got is a hammer. Githyanki kind of remind me of. They have a specific way they deal with all their problems, and they're not very interested in changing that. That's the waypoint we never found, right there. Let's say, I know there is one. Maybe here is hidden treasure. See a little dirt mound on the map. Could be a hint. Indeed. So, let's just dig here. There it is. Again, even if you fail that survival check, just dig where you failed, and you'll get it. So, right quick, let's drop a save here, because when we get a certain distance, Lae'Zel's just going to take it upon herself. Now, there's usually, right there, a curious tiefling. Snag up this autumn cross. Let's talk to the tiefling.
A dragon rider. My kin are near.
The size of that thing looks so much bigger when it's flying above you.
What's going on with this tiefling?
Lifetime without seeing.
What are you doing? Hold up before they see you, Gresham.
I might have been concerned had I the slightest idea who they are.
Look, down there. That lot are swarming all over the bridge. I don't know what they want, but it can't be good.
Well, those are fists. We met them at
I'm going
Walkeen's
to find
Rest.
another way around. You ought to do the same. Unless you're looking for a fight, that is.
Seems you have good survival instincts. Maybe you should join me instead.
What? Just follow you around? I go my own way. Alone.
Who are you?
Nobody. Just another harassing fool trying to stay alive. There's plenty of us around.
You're clearly a tiefling, but you didn't move on with your people. Interesting.
Rag. That's it. I'm getting out of here.
Fair enough, I suppose. Now, at a certain point, Lae'Zel is just going to say, fuck it, and run down there. I am not going to be quite so hasty with it.
Drop your weapons!
I'll feed your innards to the ants before I do that, Istik.
This is your last chance!
Or you should have probably moved.
Look up. That was your last chance, Istik. Now burn!
I don't think running's going to do you all much good. I guess we're not taking the bridge.
Stop wasting time, Beretta. You're not here to play with the locals.
Of course, Kithrak. We merely sought to...
No excuses. Question, kill, then move on. Find the weapon. Our queen watches us. Fail her at your peril.
Question, kill, and move on, huh?
Dragon. I envy its knight. Would that I rode such a steed. A crash must be near. Come, my kin await.
The dragon incinerated those soldiers. Surely this isn't safe.
The dragons serve Githyanki. I'll see it does you no harm. Follow me. We are close to the cure we seek.
Yeah, she's just gonna go ahead and hop down the reckless abandon. Not us, though. We're gonna take it nice and slow, because I don't feel like tangling with this thing. It has 520 health. We're gonna be very relaxed on our approach, to say the least. We do want to head that way, actually. I wonder if I can jump that. Don't have the strength of Karlach or Lae'Zel. We can do a cheeky little hop here. Like that. And this circles around, too. Right above the goblin camp.
That might be worth a look. I'm way too big.
Like I said, it all kind of circles back to relevant places. I guess this is another way we could have gotten in. That burrow hole likely takes us somewhere. And in here we have more smoke powder bombs. We'll give those to Shadowheart. Starion is the one that uses the tools, and we'll snag up the rest. Yeah, this takes us right back on top of the goblin camp, so we could have come this way. And I imagine this burrow hole takes us somewhere down here. Or maybe just direct inside the goblin fortress. Now, let's see if we can jump back. If not, it's not the end of the day, end of the world, because we do have Misty Step from the amulet, so if we can't make this, we can. Perfect. Not to worry. I think that's about it in terms of hidden loot in this chapter, at least the ones that I'm aware of. I don't know of any that we missed. Let me know in the comments if I did miss one that you know about. But most of this place now is all explored. This is literally the last thing we have to do in this portion of the map.
I've got a long road ahead.
Everything else is going to be underground or above in the mountain pass. Oh, now this is going to suck. This fight sucks. I hope we can get this. We totally might get our asses handed to us here.
Ryder, my time is short. Lead me to...
Shh, shh, shh. Such a familiar tone. Were I not merciful, I would slice the skin clean from your meat. Yet you are not bleeding. For I am nothing if not merciful. Your name, child.
That guy reminds me of Victor from Underworld, but here. Okay, we can't hop out of this conversation, it's fair enough. Alright, so we're just committing then. We'll let her handle this, it's her people. They don't seem very interested in listening to outsiders, so...
Lae'Zel.
Lae'Zel. Proud. Regal, even. You will call me Gestil Kithrak.
Voss, Knight Supreme. The Queen's silver, the Queen's sword.
I am who you say. A Geich vessel has fallen from the sky, Lae'Zel. Thieves aboard have taken a weapon most precious. It is polyhedric in shape and inscribed with the sacred runes of our people.
You feel Shadowheart's anxiety. The weapon that Voss seeks is the same one the Absolute's followers are hunting. It's the artifact that she carries. Her mind focuses. The Gith's suspicions cannot be aroused. They cannot discover that the weapon they seek is right within their grasp.
Take word to your creche. You are to join our search. Speak up, child. Affirm your mandate.
So of course we could persuade, or we could have Lae'Zel tell the truth and see how her kin react. So let's see how they take, because Lae'Zel is convinced that there is a cure, right? She's convinced that if we go to this creche, they'll be able to purify us. And if that's true, then these Gith should have no problem letting us pass, because they know that we're curable. So let's see what happens if she tells the truth.
My mandate, just still Kithrak, is to locate this creche. I was infected aboard a Geich ship and need to be purified. Your mandate is to aid me.
Purified? Soon your skin will go grey, and your blood will run silver. You will shed your skin to become Geich. Only in death are the infected cleansed. Boretha, see that her skull is split and the tadpole crushed. Then examine her corpse. I will take word to the undying queen. Our search continues.
Thank God you're arrogant enough to take the
Wherever he flies.
take the dragon away from this encounter. He's lying to his own people too, huh? This guy kind of reminds me of Victor from Underworld. The dragons are very cool in this game. Oh God, we don't have to contend with that. Well, Lae'Zel, like I said,
I won't give
your
it.
people aren't exactly nice about this, so let's just put them in spike growth immediately. This is a hell of a fight, like I said. This could be really tough.
Shouldn't have made me your enemy.
Okay, that landed. That's good. That's good that that landed. Alright. What are we going to do about this? We're going to go on the high ground. We can end the turn there for that. We do have advantage. Boretha is the one I want to die first. She's the issue here. Well, to be blunt, they're all an issue. They're all very hefty. But she's the one that's going to cause the biggest issues. Try and put you off to a flank somewhere. Okay. Shadowheart, move up. You can put Radiating Orb on most of these people. That'll do me fine. Let's put the Greatsword in here. Get that slinging in on the side. Now, can you deal with this without causing a problem with spike growth? You can. Back up a little, Lae'Zel. Use Action Surge. Let's see how they handle this. She just jumped out. Yeah, you see how chunky she is. That would be the superiority die. Yep, here comes the bombardment. They get very chunky. You see the damage stats they're doing, it's insane. He's gonna get hit with Hold Person, that's unfortunate. Alright, let's focus on him. Critical hit is good. We're gonna hit Lae'Zel with a tier 3 heal. I think that might be the Arrow of Ilmater that's actually causing that to be a problem. Hit him with a tier 3 Moonbeam. Plenty of damage. can also move it around the battlefield
Talk to me.
when we need to. Alright, Spirit Guardians. Tier 3 radiant damage. Move this into position. Unfortunately, we can't get any closer. Can't be healed because of that arrow, so we can heal her next turn though, so I guess try and let Astarion survive the next round. Yeah. It is tough. She died to Moonbeam, so that's good. She does not have Arrow of Ilmater anymore. Let's just move my sword into position. Alright, Lae'Zel. What do you get? Good. Now let's move the Moonbeam. Get that healed on them nice and firmly.
Fall by my hand.
Alright, we broke the concentration on whole person, which is good.
Hungry for the slaughter.
Say goodbye, Astarion. What are the odds that you kill him at 14 health? They weren't high enough.
Can't give up.
Alright. We can guaranteed kill him with Spirit Guardians. Which honestly, I'd much rather take the guaranteed kill here. We actually won't guaranteed kill him. We gotta heal Lae'Zel. She's way too low. Move into position so maybe we can get it next turn. You're obviously gonna take a breather here.
Taking
I
position.
want you to move close. That's fine. I wanted him to attack Lae'Zel. Okay, perfect. Died to Moonbeam. Beautiful. Just have this guy left now. Let's go over to my character first. Move this Moonbeam onto him. Beautiful. Heal Lae'Zel. Just gotta try and keep her alive somehow at this point.
With finesse.
Alright, go ahead and hop up here. You have an angle? You do. Ooh.
Damn it all! A Kithrak demanded my head. He'd deny me a cure. Bah! This is a distraction. The Kithrak deserves the whole of my scorn. How dare he speak my queen's name? How dare he dishonor her child?
Wasn't he acting on your queen's command?
Do not be naive. I followed protocol. I've earned Vlaakith's favor. I will remove the parasite. I will see the Kithrak dead. And I will offer his head to Vlaakith herself. Akresh is near, that much is certain. We follow the path forward and seek signs of Githyanki settlers. No one, not even the ignoble Gestil Kithrak, will keep me from my purification.
She has blind loyalty. It's very much a thing with her.
What's inside?
They clearly have no intention of... Honestly, I don't even know if there is a Githyanki cure based on how they handled that. They didn't try and help her at all. They just ordered her dead instantly with no hesitation. You would think that if there was a cure, they would give her some kind of benefit of the doubt. And be like, sure, yeah, head right to the place. You have just the thing to solve your problem, not just order her skull split instantly and call it a day. Have an elaborate slate here.
A Githyanki slate. Give it here.
Can you read it?
Tirsu markings. Could this be...
Magical energy courses through the slate, then to Lae'Zel. Your own body buzzes in resonance. A diagram glows before you. Its meaning is beyond your comprehension.
It is a map. Zoru did not lie. A creche lies within an ancient temple at the mountain pass. Hurry forth. Purification is at hand.
We'll definitely go check it out, but not right now. This taste of Githyanki combat there is a rude awakening. I would not like to tangle with those until I'm more equipped to handle that situation. We will be heading to the Underdark next, for those who are curious. I'm going to head back to the Goblin Camp and check in on that little room that I showed you guys that we didn't take. Lae'Zel, you're the box opener here. Another Githyanki crossbow. I wonder how those are. They might be really good for Lae'Zel, actually. So obviously they knocked this bridge out. We won't be taking this way anymore, even with Misty Step. I don't think we're crossing that. This way would take us to the mountain pass, but again, we won't be taking this just yet. We have other business first, but this does take you to the mountain pass, so if you remember where it is, we will be coming back here to take this path. Just not yet. We have things to do first.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here.
Has your research turned up anything that might help with the parasite?
Not yet, I'm afraid. But my expectation...
Alright, so here's the deal. Let's try and take a long rest. We just used a bunch of our stuff in that encounter anyway, so...
The air is heavy. Moisture drips down your forehead. Pain shoots through your fingers.
Wipe the sweat from your brow.
Your hands shake as they reach upward. Your forehead remains drenched no matter how much you wipe.
Now hold a second, Lae'Zel.
Vlakith Mazathok. Can you feel it crawling through you? Tendrils squirming in your chest, gripping your heart, piercing your belly. Your bones popping, your flesh swelling. I can. I see it in you. I feel it in me. We are lost.
You don't know that.
I will be quick with my blade. First you, then the others, then myself.
Your minds intertwine. You sense a touch of uncertainty, a touch of disgust.
Alright, she's not going to be killing us. We're not going to attack her. We're going to try and convince her here. We have advantage on this. We also have advantage on this. Alright, we're just exhausted. Lower the blade before you do something foolish. It's a 15 check, that's tough. We do have inspiration. Double 17s, that's the money. Now let's put the knife down, Lae'Zel. It's not over yet.
I cannot trust my own mind, so it seems I must trust yours. I will wait, but know this. I am watching. If the sickness does not pass come dawn, I will end us all.
I understand her perspective, and it's very fair. We didn't come all this way just to take the easy way out, right?
I came just in time. You are transforming.
I know your voice. I've heard it before.
Yes, you have. I saved you before.
So that's where our plot armor came from, huh?
Don't worry. You will not become a Mind Flayer. Not while I'm around. I'll protect you.
We're gonna stand on our own 2 feet. I appreciate the gesture, but...
Independent. Good.
I don't know anything about this guy.
We haven't much time, so listen closely. There is great potential within you. It comes from that parasite. Your instinct is to resist the power it gives, but you must accept it. Nurture it. I will keep it from consuming you. But for the sake of both of us, you must learn to wield it.
You're on a fast track to me not trusting you at all. The parasite is the problem here. We won't be embracing anything.
A fight for the fate of Faerûn. A fight we are losing. For now. You can change that. But only if you embrace your potential. I have to go. The enemy is closing in. I will be back.
Yeah, whatever's going on with that, I assure you I won't be embracing the tentacle powers.
You'll feel better. I promise.
There will be zero parasite consumption going on here. I will not be encouraging that thing to get stronger. The weaker it is, the easier it is to take out. Surely that logic follows. Alright, Volo. Seems like you've made progress.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much.
Has your research turned up anything that might help with this parasite problem?
My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep. Just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all.
Well, Gale's prediction about finding somebody good with a knitting needle turned out that's not a knitting needle. That looks like an ice pick. How many times have you done this before?
I assure you, I've dreamt of it 1,000 times over.
Alrighty, well, look, this thing is in our head, we need it out. On the off chance this works, I'm willing to take it.
Volo carefully holds one of your eyes open and begins to prod uncertainly with the needle.
Endure the discomfort, let him carry on.
The needle finds the gap between eyeball and socket. Volo frowns and begins to push.
I don't need the noises. Clench your fists. Okay.
Pain shoots through your body as the needle snags on your optic nerve.
I think I have it.
The needle seesaws back and forth, plucking the nerve like a harp-string.
Oh, bother. There's some obstacle in the way. I shall need a more robust implement.
Let's just try and stay as still as possible.
Volo carefully withdraws the needle from your eye. Then, reaching into his bag, he produces an ice pick.
We came this far. Just do it.
Volo slowly brings the ice
Just get this shit out of me.
closer to your eye.
Now, don't move.
I'll try not to.
Cold metal presses against the skin beneath your brow. And then, tap, tap, stab.
Do you feel that? Ha! I think we have the blighter on the run.
I would hope so after this performance. It's, yeah,
I agree. It's a feisty critter.
Yeah?
Just A little further.
I think you're
Tears the pick from your brain with a violent jerk. Your eye plops down into the mud.
Oh.
Tret.
He pauses, looks down at your eye, and recoils slightly as it sinks into the mud.
Volo, I'm gonna need an eye.
There appears to be an amount of cosmetic damage.
You think? You knocked my bloody eye out.
Please, try not to overexert yourself. You're in a rather fragile state at present. I can't help but feel partly responsible.
Partly.
Perhaps there is something more I can do. Take this. A far superior relic to that old jelly you were chained to. Try it on for size. And, it was very nice to have met you. I'm sure you'll sort out your little brain problem one way or another.
My little brain problem.
Far away from here, if you've a heart. Terribly sorry, my friend. Ta.
You're just really gonna gouge my eye out and then walk away. Well, if you noted, it said we have see invisibility. Can see invisible creatures within 9 meters. Creatures must succeed a dexterity saving throw or lose their invisibility. And of course we have that because it'll be a little hard to see unless we get nice and close. But now we also have 2 really cool different colored eyes. But thanks to his little eye that he gave us here, the damage wrought upon your ocular nerve during Volo's experiment is undone, allowing you to see invisible creatures. So now we have detect invisibility at 9-meter range. So that's very cool. Now things can't hide from us, which would have been useful for the hag fight actually, but alas, you can only get it when you can get it. So let's see if Shadow has any comments about what we just did, or the thing with Lae'Zel.
Did you have any strange dreams of late? Vivid ones?
It happened to you as well.
Damn. I was hoping my imagination had gotten the better of me. But this must be something more. This dream companion wanted me to use the tadpole.
He gave you the same speech, huh?
Whoever it was claimed to be an ally, but I don't know. It seems like we can't escape this mess, in the waking world or otherwise.
Well, one thing I do know is we won't be using the tadpole's powers, no matter who tells us it's a grand idea. It's not. You can't convince me of that. So Sorrow is 3 to 12. That's vastly superior. It is two-handed though, so she would have to drop the shield. It's worth keeping that in mind, that she would have to drop this. And of course, this one is also Monster Slayer Glaive. This weapon deals an additional 1d4 damage against monstrosity type foes. You don't have the proficiency with the longbow, so that's fine. Do you have proficiency with anything? I think she does. She gets so much extra reach from the glaives that it's almost worth dropping the shield for, I think, in my estimation. So we'll give her that. She doesn't have to drop 2 AC for it, but she gets so much extra range. Especially considering when we give her Sentinel and the feats we're going to mess with. This will be really, really good for her. Lae'Zel. Yeah, using a heavy crossbow, but what would the Githyanki crossbow do for you? As a weapon enchantment, just the same. We'll give it to her. It's thematic, right? You can take that.
Keep your distance, darling.
The Starion's already all
All's well that ends.
covered with all that stuff.
As it could have.
So I don't have proficiency in this stuff either, but I do use a bow sometimes. When it becomes me or me or Shadowheart that's going to be using this stuff, I think I'd rather be the one to cast it with a bad roll rather than her. I'd rather her use her action points on things that are more likely to hit, so... We did already find a way into the Underdark in the Zhentarim hideaway too, but we won't be taking that path. We're going to take this path. The Underdark is actually a very long section. Lots of things to do there. It's split into 2 parts, and then when we do the second part, we will end up doubling back and going to the Mountain Pass. We're going to do both. And then we'll probably go into Chapter 2 through the mountain pass, but I do want to do the Underdark section too, so... maximize XP and the viewing experience. Doing pretty good on XP. Almost halfway to level 6. When we get our next feat. Probably give Shadowheart Sentinel when we get to that. I don't think her saving throws, or maybe Warcaster actually, because her saving throws have been a little touch and go. She's lost concentration on Spirit Guardians twice now, I think, so...
Interlocking circles with moons and stars. This is the seal mentioned in that Selûnite's journal.
It is.
I bet we can work out how to open it.
All we have to do is read the journal.
That's curious.
Also a little cheeky lever press here. Can't figure this out, but of course we'll do the puzzle. I don't know what they think this is, but we're certainly doing the puzzle, I can tell you that much. And we'll just pick that out of spite after we do the puzzle. Alright guys, this is a perfect place to split, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, there is a tip link in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you soon with more Baldur's Gate 3. Take care everybody, have a great day.